Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, and I am back to do a new Divine Feminine in separation from her Divine Masculine. And this is for the air signs Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra collective. And this is a very specific reading for those of you that have been in separation from your Divine Masculine for, let's say, 3 or 4 months or more. If it's been 6, 7 months, a year, this is definitely for you. If there has absolutely been no contact whatsoever, no communication especially, this is for those. It could relate to someone that you're on again, off again with, but mostly the reading is for those that have been in separation and have had no contact. And so this is for the entire month of February 2020. And the deck I am using is here we go. It's my favorite deck. It's the Tarot Universal Dali. It's from artist Salvador Dali. I was first introduced to this deck in 1990, and it became my all-time favorite deck to this day. It's absolutely beautiful, laminated in gold. Anyway, so let's get started. Again, this is a general reading for the month of February for those who are in separation and from the Divine Feminine air signs. So we're going to start with the recent past. And in the recent past, we have Ace of Pentacles. And in general, we have a card here in the past that shows an offer or an opportunity to perhaps make money or to expand your career in some way. It's also emotional, physical growth. It's evolution and it's starting something new, perhaps a new project. But clarifying the card is the Emperor. And this is a major arcana card. He represents order and he represents putting things in perspective. This is a responsible card. It's the card of responsibility. It's the card of diligence. This is a father figure type of energy. This can be in this deck with the Emperor. This has to do again with, and because it's ruled by the planet Jupiter, we do have the energy of responsibility with finances and work. So for some of you, perhaps you have been a little bit more focused on your income, on your work, on your career, your business. Maybe that's been a distraction that's been good for you in the recent past. Okay. With the Divine Masculine, what I'm getting with him is, with the Aries energy, you could be dealing with a fire sign energy here, Aries perhaps, but this is someone who is perhaps taking care of family right now, maybe is distracted because of children or somebody in this family, whether that be a mother or a father figure. They could be distracted or invested in their family, okay? Now showing where we are right now, where the air sign Divine Feminines are right now in the current energy. This is the Nine of Wands energy, which in general is the wounded warrior energy. Excuse me. And Nine of Wands in this deck, as you can see, it kind of looks like here someone has, they're exhausted, they're so tired, but they're not giving up, so there's an energy of wanting to fight for what you believe in, standing your ground in a way, because it's the Wounded Warrior card. It's an energy of defensiveness, of feeling like you need to protect yourself. And clarifying that card, we've got Justice. This is another major arcana card, and this is obviously in general balancing the scales of justice, but because it's coming in this energy right now next to the Nine of Wands, you're feeling like you need to defend what you believe in. If this has anything to do with your Divine Masculine and separation, it could be that you're just getting tired of having to, whether if this person is on your mind and there's been no communication and you're absolutely frustrated, I feel like it's almost this energy for some of you where you're feeling, I can't do this anymore. There are other things I need to focus on. And with the Justice card, it's kind of giving you that push to make a healthy decision about taking better care of yourself and perhaps walking away, like this person is walking away from the idea of being with this Divine Masculine. I feel again, there really hasn't been much of an effort with this Divine Masculine and separation. I'm not getting that he has, if anything, I'm getting that he's been distracted, deliberately distracted, avoiding taking any type of responsibility or making any movement toward you. And let's see here. In the immediate future, we have Eight of Pentacles. And this is a card of, in general, it's apprenticeship, but this is working. This is perfecting a skill. You guys are in a position in your immediate future, to hone in on a craft, to hone in on your profession, your career, your family, to put your energy into something that's worth putting your energy into. And clarifying that card, we've got the Five of Pentacles. Now, I don't normally read reversals, but this is a reverse card. It came up. I mean, when I had this deck, everything was upright. So whatever fell on reverse, I'm reading. So in general, with the Five of Pentacles reverse, I mean, when it's upright, it's a feeling of being left out in the cold. It's a feeling of you're worried about what you have. You're not looking at the opportunities that are available to you. Instead, you're just neglecting what's out there and just kind of feeling like you don't have anything, like no one's offering you anything, or you're feeling as if like the Five of Pentacles left out in the cold. But when it's reversed, you are taking advantage, especially with the Eight of Pentacles here. You're taking advantage with the Five of Pentacles reversed of offers coming in, of friends offering you help. So there is this idea in the immediate future of something, and again, if this has anything to do, by the way, with the divine masculine that has been ignoring you or ghosting you, with the Five of Pentacles reversed, he's recognizing what he's lost. It doesn't mean he's going to make any bold moves, though. I'm not picking up with this divine masculine that he's in any position to make an effort, so if anything, he seems to be not appreciating what he had with you. Okay. So, and again, I also pick up, and we'll clarify these cards, but I am also picking up that there are people out there. There are people in your life, friends, relatives, people, co-workers who are willing to help you out in your career situation, your financial situation. So be open and receptive to that. Okay. So now we're coming into the card of activation, card of action. And we have the Hangman again. We have the Hangman again. It's a major arcana card which came up reversed. In general, when he's upright, it's a card of, not necessarily, it's kind of being in limbo, but it's deliberate limbo. It's reevaluation. It's kind of taking a step back and processing what you've been through and what you've learned from that experience. When he's reversed, and again, this is a card, this came into the action part. When he's reversed, it can be a crossroads where you're feeling stuck, indecisive. The divine masculine and separation, I get this impression that he's deliberately stalling, and that's the activation card here, that he is stalling. He's unable to change his perspective about how he left the relationship. He's stuck, and he is in a position where he's unsure where to, he's procrastinating, so I think he wants to perhaps make a move, but he feels inconvenienced. That's what I'm getting. And clarifying the Hangman reverse, we have Strength upright. And these are two major arcana cards. And Strength, I think for this clarification of the Hangman, I believe that for some of you, it's overcoming this idea of the divine masculine and separation. It's as stuck as your divine masculine is. I believe you guys are, there's someone around you, not all of you, but some of you might be feeling stuck as well, and you're overcoming this feeling stuck. You're not procrastinating anymore. This isn't an inconvenience for you anymore. Maybe it's his inconvenience, but you're overcoming it with the Strength card. You're facing your fears. That's what the masculine is not doing. He's not facing his fears. He's not in a position to be courageous. He lacks courage. You guys have the courage to overcome this separation by moving on. Whereas I feel this divine masculine, it hasn't really moved on, and yet he's not moving forward. So he might have avoided you. He might have ghosted you. He might have just walked away from this relationship with no explanation, but he's still stuck there. Whatever he's doing right now with the Hangman reversed, he's deliberately, feeling stuck and indecisive because it's easier for him to stay in that position than to take responsibility for his behavior. You, on the other hand, are getting past this, because sometimes when the Hangman is reversed, it can be movement. It can be a decision that you're making to move forward with your life. So for you divine feminine air signs, you're overcoming this adversity, this being stuck, and moving forward. Hope that makes sense. And we will clarify these cards. So as far as moving into the future of this reading for the month of February, we have the card of people in the month ahead of us. We've got 9 of Swords. This is a card of anxiety. This is a card of not being able to get over something. It's in your mind, thinking it over and over and over again. Sometimes you can be feeling like, how do I get out of my own way? It's sleepless nights. And clarifying the card, we have the 2 of Wands. Now, again, a reverse card came up. 2 of Wands in general, when it's upright, is contemplation, making plans, not necessarily making bold moves, but it is the idea of making plans for the future, but when it's reversed, you have unexpected changes where you're feeling like maybe you don't have any direction yet. Maybe there's, again, it's this feeling of restriction, kind of like in the Hangman energy, but with the 2 of Wands reversed, sometimes things happen and we're startled. We're kind of like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And that's the 2 of Wands with the people energy, because it's in my reading in this spread, it's underneath people coming into your future. Something unexpected, a person might show up, somebody from your past. So if it is your divine masculine, he's feeling with the 9 of Swords anxious, or he can't get you out of his mind. He's feeling guilty. And so with the 2 of Wands, it can be obsessive planning and thinking about future events that you have no control over. And maybe that's just how you both are feeling. You don't have any control over this. He doesn't have any control over it. He has to decide what he's going to do. So he's kind of, with this divine masculine, he's in a position where he is feeling guilty. I think he's feeling, there are moments where I feel for some of you, your divine masculine is probably not showing it to everybody, especially with the first card being the Emperor, someone who's very proud. But this is someone with the 2 of Wands reversed. It's better to live in the moment than to, why rob yourself of peace of mind? I mean, the energy is should have, could have, would have with the 2 of Wands reverse. He's still in this position, your divine masculine, with the 2 of Wands reverse, where it's should have, could have, would have. Instead of planning, he's regretting with the 9 of Swords. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that there's an energy of regret. There's an energy of hesitation. There's an energy of, I should have done it this way, but I didn't. So he's kind of spinning his wheels and it's not getting him anywhere. So your divine masculine in separation most likely is feeling like, worried about events that took place, but he's not, he might be feeling bad about it, but he's certainly not yet making any bold moves. He's certainly not reaching out to you this month. We're going to clarify. Now, moving forward into the hopes and fears energy into the next, in the month of February, we've got the 5 of Cups. And so, in general, 5 of Cups is when, you're looking at what you don't have instead of what you have in front of you. And so there is this energy of disappointment, obviously, with the 5 of Cups. Clarifying it, we have the 6 of Swords. So there is this idea with your hopes and fears in the future that you will be looking at, instead of what you've lost with your divine masculine, you're looking at what you still have in your life with the 2 cups that are still standing here. And the 6 of Swords is about, literally, it's about moving away from the stress and moving toward something more fulfilling, calmer shores. It's physical. It can be physical movement, by the way. I mean, for some of you, you may have a divine masculine that travels or moves around a lot. But in general, with these hopes and fears here, you guys are getting to a point in the month of February where you're beginning to let go of this past, because the 6 of Swords is saying you have an opportunity to move away from this and focus on what you still have in your life. Put some energy back into what matters in your life. What is right in front of you here and now? What do you have in your life that you can hold on to? Your family. For some of you, it's your children. For some of you, it's other friends, other relationships. For some of you, it's your career, your business. And that's kind of a really positive thing to look at here, because the universe is giving you an opportunity to get away from the idea of this masculine coming back. The outcome cards we have here the outcome is the Four of Cups, which is complacency. This is the divine masculine once again, in a position where he had something so good with you, but he kind of neglected it. He did neglect it, especially with the cup here that he doesn't even notice. He is deliberately, this divine masculine, for some of you air sign divine feminines, he is deliberately avoiding what's right in front of him. He would rather ignore what he did to you instead of face the consequences of his behavior. And with the Four of Wands, we have two fours here, which is, four is a number of completion. It's the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So at some point, your divine masculine with the Four of Wands is remembering what you two had at some point. And with the Four of Wands, there's the idea of him reaching out to you, of communicating with you. And if not, he's in a position where he wants to, but he's not. He's again feeling sorry for himself. He's kind of just twiddling his thumbs. I don't think that not all of you, but for some of you, your divine masculine is not capable of being in a one-on-one relationship with any one person without him. If he doesn't get what he wants, if he doesn't have everything he wants, he becomes bored. He becomes complacent. He starts looking elsewhere to fulfill himself. And that's what I'm seeing. So I am going to clarify some of these cards using the same deck, my Dolly Tarot here. So why don't we start with what's coming into, let's see here, past, present, future. As far as the past, present, future, as far as the card of activation, the cards of activation. Okay, we're looking at the cards of the Hangman, and in reverse, by the way, if we remember, next to the Strength card. So we're going to ask my guides and my guardian angels to please be as accurate and as evidential as possible. So what is, as far as activation, action in the month of February, what is the Hangman and the Strength card about? Please clarify as far as action is concerned. What's coming in, Spirit? Okay, what's coming in for the Hangman? Some more shuffling, please, Spirit. And another shuffle. What's coming in for the Hangman and the Strength card? All right, Spirit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, makes sense. 8 of Swords. It's a gorgeous card. I mean, you can't go wrong with this deck. 8 of Swords is self-imprisonment. It's not taking responsibility for things that you have said and done. It's avoiding responsibility. It's avoiding taking action, appropriate action. And it makes sense being next to the Hangman reverse. Remember what I said about the Hangman reverse is putting things off, and that's what the 8 of Swords is about. It's about putting things off. It's avoiding consequences, avoiding responsibility. And that's what your divine masculine is doing. Let's pull a few more cards, Spirit. Okay, so that's what's coming up as far as activation in the future. What type of action is he taking? Well, he's feeling sorry for himself. He's procrastinating. Okay, what else can we see here with the Hangman and the Strength card? Okay, one more card here, Spirit. So we've got another Swords, okay? We've got 10 of Swords. So look, for some of you divine feminine air signs, I just feel like for some of you, it's time to move on. 10 of Swords is the ending of it. It's the ending of the pain. The ending of procrastination. For some of you divine feminine air signs, you're not waiting around for this divine masculine in separation anymore. It's not helping you move on with the Strength card. It's interfering with living in your present moment. Okay, and with another card, last card here for this, the Moon, another major arcana card. This message is clear. The Moon card is a crisis of faith. This is miscommunication. This is doubt. This is confusion. This is secrets that will not be revealed or things that have not been said. You're not going to get that clarity. I feel like this divine masculine is such a coward for some of you that he has absolutely no personal, what's the word I'm looking for? He's a coward. He's deliberately avoiding you. So I think for some of you, if you know right now that he is deliberately avoiding you and he is deliberately procrastinating, it's painful. You have to, with the Strength card, overcome the idea of him returning to you at this point, because he's not moving in that direction. Okay, so moving forward into the next set of cards, which is people. Okay, so we've got activation and then people. I'm going to clarify the Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands, which was reversed. Okay, so, all right, Spirit, Nine of Swords, please, and the Two of Wands reverse. What is up with another shuffle, please, Spirit? Thank you. All right, Nine of Swords and the Two of Wands reverse. We have the Empress. Now, this is a beautiful energy. Okay, so he is divine masculine, I have to say, sees you in a way that he doesn't feel he's good enough for you. I just get that impression with the Empress card. You know, you were his caretaker. You were probably mothering him, nurturing him. For some of you, you may be dealing with a divine masculine who has issues with his mother. I'm not kidding you. He definitely might have either a really great relationship with his mother and no other woman compares to her, or he has a real sick, toxic relationship with mother. It's like a love-hate type of thing. And I feel like that's another reason why he looks up to you, but it's another reason why he's so conflicted about this whole thing. And like I said before, with the Two of Wands, it's this energy of procrastination. It's this energy of, you know, on one hand, he is, again, remember what I said, he's obsessively planning and thinking about future events that he doesn't have really any control over. And I think that goes for both of you with the Two of Wands reversed. You know, there's nothing you can really do about this divine masculine. I feel like, especially for those of you who have no communication and no way of reaching out to this person, he's just deliberately avoiding, but I really feel from the bottom of my heart that he is thinking about you guys, that you're on his mind. Okay, I'm pulling another card here. This is the Knight of Cups. So look, there are feelings there still. He has feelings for you. There's no doubt in my mind. There's still an attraction there. One more card, please, Spirit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is Nine of Pentacles reversed. It's almost like he is single, but it's reversed. Okay, he's single and he's spending money on himself, but he is also deliberately kind of isolating from the idea of dating anybody. I think not all of you, but for some of you, you're divine feminine air signs, you're dealing with a divine masculine here who probably is by choice single and might be dealing with helping out his family, taking care of maybe children, okay? Someone in his family like mother, father, sister, a sibling, a brother, and I mean, honestly, I feel like he procrastinates because he's making a choice to compartmentalize. He's making a choice to do this. And moving forward into the outcome of the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands, let's just see if there's going to be any type of communication at all with this divine masculine separation from you guys. So the Four of Cups, please, Spirit, clarify the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. So we do have, what is this card here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Cups. And it was reversed. Again, be careful what you wish for because it might just come true. I mean, with the Nine of Cups, it can be wish fulfillment, but when it's reversed in this deck, I feel like it's like your ego. It's something to do with the ego. I don't know if it's your ego or your divine masculine's ego, but I think he's so bored, or he's trying to fulfill his days and do things to distract himself, but you're still there, you know. And what I heard was be careful what you wish for. You might just get it with the Four of Cups and the Four of Wands. You know, your divine masculine has a tendency to get bored very easily, and I think he likes to amuse himself. So you're on his mind, but I'm not sensing that he's going to communicate with you right now in February. Some of you are just not going to get that communication. The last card I'm pulling here is the Page of Swords. So that's the idea of communication. So if by chance you have your divine masculine contemplating reaching out to you, it could be through some type of message on social media. But with the Prince of Swords here, someone's taking swift action and not thinking. It's almost like your divine masculine at the last minute because he's bored, thinking about you. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll reach out to her. Maybe I'll, you know, go on her social media page and sneak a peek. That's what I'm seeing. And the last card I pulled is the King of Pentacles. And this is someone who is methodical. So this is your divine masculine, probably more toward the end of February, might start feeling more methodical about what moves he might make toward you. Okay, so with these cards, I'm kind of sensing that your divine masculine is in limbo, but it's not even limbo, it's deliberate procrastination. You're in a position where you're moving on with your life and you're trying to, it's like, get past this and make healthier choices for yourself. You're more focused on your career, your family, your business, your children, for those of you that have family. For those of you that are building your career, you're trying not to let this distract you from, again, with the strength card, overcoming the emotional adversity that this divine masculine, sent your way. And the divine masculine is in a position where he does feel guilty, or he does feel sorry about what he did, but he's not saying anything about it. And with the Two of Wands reverse, it's just a reminder with you guys. I don't normally read reverse, so I had to do some of my homework here. What I found with the Two of Wands, especially in reverse, is expect the unexpected when it comes to new possibilities. That one door closes, another one opens. So for some of you, it's letting this divine masculine go, not giving this any more energy. So, that you don't have to put up with his behavior, that procrastination. And for some of you, with the Two of Wands reverse, it's unexpected messages that might come through. So on that note, I'm going to stop the reading here. I hope this resonated with some of my divine feminine air signs. I hope this made sense. Please leave feedback. I'd love to get some feedback from this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button. And I am still running a contest. So for those of you that, once I get to 300 subscribers, I will randomly choose 2 subscribers to receive a 15-minute reading with me by phone. I will post my information below. I do take PayPal, and I will post all of that information. So if you want to book a reading, I will put that information below as well. I will see you guys next month, and you guys have a beauteous and blessed February. Take care.